back. Okay, good. I think this is working. Hey, I got a new microphone, so we'll see how this works today. And dang, it's a delicate thing. I try to get out here when the sun's not going to blind me, but it's getting close to sundown. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a quick update on the little backyard farm here. I've got a couple of things going on. So ducks, I've only got 4 left. So something has been eating my ducks, and I know what it is, and I'm going to have to take care of that. And then these little guys here, I'm going to have to really clean out their cage very, very soon. But these are the cooey. These are those meat guinea pigs. And the little babies have been getting out, like from this little hole here. And as you can see, they love eating up stuff. And they have eaten up all the grass on this side of the fence all around here. They're not going to survive, though. Because I have 2 cats, but there's a lot of other feral cats here. And those cats are professionals. Yeah. I think it'd be kind of cool if they could survive here and like reproduce and stay ahead of the cats, because then the cats would have a food source, which would be really good, because there's a lot of feral cats here and I can't keep feeding them forever. So I think one other quick thing I'll do is run you through the progress on the outdoor kitchen is coming along a little bit. When my son was here, I gotta talk about my son. We picked up some stuff like this stainless steel sink and this table, and super fun. I'm gonna make you a video about canopies that work. I've been through quite a few of them, and quite a few of them have collapsed. Like, forget anything you can buy on Amazon. So some other things, like end of year, I'm like, this was a chrome covered thing, starting to get rusty. This is a really harsh environment here, so cleaned it off and painting it, and yeah, so the kitchen's coming along, but it's gonna be a little bit more. Oh yeah, so that's so exciting. I gotta tell you about my son. So he comes. He hasn't been here. I've lived here 6 years. Hasn't come. Oh my God, the local Puerto Ricans were giving him crap about it too. Anyway, it was so funny because he and I had always had like a little bit of, there was always a little weirdness a little awkwardness between us, Anyway, this time, met him at the airport and we just clicked like peas in a pod, and it was so funny. Everywhere we went, I'd say, "Hey, this is my son," and everybody go, "We can see that." We have the same face, same body type. And anyway, he has a big SUV he brought all his power paragliding equipment, and we're driving along, and I'm like, "Oh, I got a big strapping young man in a truck. Basically, I'm gonna get a lot of stuff done." And he goes, "Yeah, Mom, we'll go buy you furniture. We'll move the furniture." And I'm like, "No, Ryan. I think you got the wrong thing here. I'm not into furniture. I move too much. Furniture is not a part of my life right now. Sometimes I live in houses that are furnished. Sometimes I don't. When I don't, I'm doing the plyboard with sawhorses thing for table. Right? Like, so anyway, it was so funny because we finally get to my house here, and he looks around. And, all the shelving racks full of tools and the big workbench full of projects and, no furniture. And he looks at me and he goes, "So this is where I get this from." Yes, I am your mother. Okay. Anyway, that was so delightful. He unfortunately comes like, "Hey Mom, I can come to visit you, and like I'll be there in a couple of days." And then so I drop everything, right, for a week and go hang out with him. But it was really, really delightful. And in previous years I'd flown to Texas to spend time with him and the family, and this is the first year he came here, so I knew he'd love the island, and he did. He had a really good time. We got to go flying. He brought his tandem rig, and I got to fly with him. I'll make some video for you. It was really, really fun. And he's just extraordinarily good. He's one of the top flyers in the world, quite frankly. I'm going to brag, he took 3rd in the races, the world races in Spain a couple of months ago. And acrobatics, he places in the top levels all the time. So anyway, super good at his prime. Anyway, we got to talk about silver. Oh my God. Have you been watching that? Have you been obsessing over the price of silver? It's so fun. If you haven't, then you need to go to silverprice.org and you can start obsessing, or TradingView has a good one. Some people use Kitco. I don't like them because they're kind of a corrupt organization. But anyway, it's so fun. Sometimes I'll be on the phone with somebody talking and then the price is going $59.50, $59.60, $59.70, and it goes up to $60 and I'm like barely containing myself. And so now it just closed just a little bit shy of $80. Like, it went up $7 on Friday. It's crazy. So wonderful, fun. And then of course everybody's buzzing and talking about it. And but the bottom line is, go buy as much as you possibly can physical silver in your hands. If you're an American, get the dimes and quarters that the U.S. government has minted, or the Eagles. I love the Eagles too. Anyway, so there's been this one kind of a phenomenon that is very interesting. So, the silver, we're at war. We're in World War III. And I think that's obvious to you right now. And silver is like just hugely important to this war. And there's just so little of it left. So what's really interesting is there's this guy on YouTube that has just suddenly popped up. So we have lots and lots of influencers that have been talking about silver forever. And not just me. I'm not really talking about it as much as Big Sweer with Road to Ruta, or David Morgan, or Andy Scheckman, or Lynette Zhang, or there's dozens of them, right? People have been talking about it for the longest time. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this influencer called Asian Guy, letters AG, which is the chemical symbol for silver, interestingly, clearly an AI. And his information is mostly accurate, Some of it's not, but it's, the theme is correct. It's very interesting, like, we're all watching this, because all of a sudden he pops up, dominates YouTube, completely obliterates all these other influencers. Somehow he's getting up in they figured out, whoever's managing that, whoever's organizing that, and they're cranking out so much material, it can't be a human being. Looks like what they're doing is they're just grabbing all the information from all these other influencers who are the real humans with the legit information, and creating AI stuff to, anyway, whatever. But we're all wondering, like, what the heck? And we think it's, almost everybody who sees it kind of thinks it's probably being put on by China, like it's Chinese backed. And because they're talking a lot about the aggressions of the United States against China. And it's kind of interesting. I didn't know a lot of this. Like, I think it's 3 tankers now that the United States has boarded and actually confiscated. Like, they confiscated tankers. Like, stealing somebody else's toy on a major level, right? You just confiscate a tanker. My son, actually, who still lives in Texas, he's on Crystal Beach, he says, yeah, they got one parked in Galveston. Anyway, this is fuel headed to China. And this is being treated, this silver guy, the Asian guy, is saying this is being treated as an act of war, an aggression by the United States to China. Because, interrupting your energy, your fuel supply is a big deal. And this Asian guy is saying that's, a trigger for outright war between the United States and China. So another very interesting aspect with this whole China thing, and we, kind of knew this was coming, right? Haven't I talked to you about, like, buying a bunch of electronics and stuff before China takes Taiwan or whatever? Apparently on January 1st, China is going to boycott any silver coming to the United States, or is not going to allow it in. Or anyway, they're cutting off trade, and they're shutting down trade of silver. They're not going to let silver out. So, yeah. Anyway, this Asian guy has pretty good information. He's certainly exciting, and it's well written. And like, we're all watching, like, the price of silver. It's gonna be volatile. the latest thing he had, I really need to confirm this with some other influencers, is that, you know, so JP Morgan was always the big bad guy, the major manipulator, the whole thing. And apparently Asia guy is saying that JP Morgan now is completely out of all of its short positions, and it has 750 million ounces in physical that it has been gathering all these years. And so JP Morgan is like, yeah, let's let it rip. So, you know, as much as I hate the banker, I mean, the whole reason a lot of us were buying silver was because it would destroy the banking system, right? That used to be the thing, you know. Let's buy silver because it'll destroy the banks, right? I don't know if you remember some of the different movements we've had over the year, like, everybody, let's go out and buy a bunch of silver. Turns out retail level, we don't have enough impact to do it, but the big industrial buyers do. Oh, hi, puppies! Hey, how are you guys doing? Oh, look, here's my buddy. Hey, there you are. You're so sweet. You're getting bigger. Yeah, you're cute. I didn't bring any treats. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, you guys are excited about silver too, huh? You are so cute. These are the cutest dogs ever. I can't wait until I get my farm and can have some doggos again. I really do miss having them. I would adopt you too, except for I think you've got a really good home. You aren't chicken eaters or duck eaters, are you? Okay, good. Yes, you look like you want attention. All right, so no matter what, it's going up. Now it may, you know, we're talking about a dying animal, so it may flail around. You know, if you're holding physical bullion or physical coins, which you should be, then, you know, hi other doggy, how are you? Just sit tight. Sit tight, pop some popcorn, watch a few YouTube videos, and enjoy the show. So yeah, so it's kind of fun. You guys are adorable. Here's my friend the horse. Okay, sweetie, I'll be back. I wonder why you're doing that. Horse says its butt up against the fence for some reason. Oh my God, there's 4 of you now. How did that happen? How did there get to be 4 of you? I thought there were 3. Oh well. Okay. Oh yeah. Anyway, finally, 25 years of investing in silver, watching silver. I've learned so much from that, from everything they've done. It's amazing. Crazy stuff. Like 2003, when the U.S. government officially ran out of silver and had to start buying silver on the open market to mint the eagles, we thought, this is it. So many times, this is it. But this is it. The only question now is, you know, how long is it going to take to get to, you know, 1,000 or 10,000, right? And that's coming soon. All right. Oh, and again, these are all just random things. So there's a fabulous beach for flying powered paragliders in Isabela, Puerto Rico, and Brian really needed to fly and show off to some of the buddies. I said, drop me off in town. I want to just check out Isabela, and I was so disturbed. It's a classic town that's been Walmarted. Beautiful square with lots of shops, about 70% of them empty. Walmart on the edge of town. Yeah, you know, that's a real thing. It's a shame. Anyway, you know, when you see it, you're like, oh, damn. And then, of course, now all those dependencies on Walmart, like, what's going to happen if Walmart ever shuts? Well, let's not talk about that. Okay, so I have finally gotten the hard drives in. For those of you that have purchased the Legacy drive, thank you so much. I apologize for the delay, but I only just recently got them in. But one of the wonderful things that I've been doing while I've had this time off, other than hanging out with my son, is I have gone into full-blown data hoarding mode. Oh my God, and it's so wonderful. So one thing that I've added to it is 38,893 of the iFixit guides. I'm in year end, and I'm kind of like looking around and cleaning up and tidying up, and I'm realizing I spend a lot of time fixing things, right? It's one real good reason to buy quality, right? Is you just spend a lot of time fixing things when you live more self-reliantly. And man, having access to the iFixit guides. Yeah, how do I replace that screen on my old Raspberry or whatever it is that you need? Man, they've got it. It's in one of those 38,000 files. I got all that, and I'm starting to compress different folders so I can get even more on the drive. But I'm going to have to stop here pretty soon and burn them and ship them out to you. So that is coming, and my apologies for the delay. I just didn't even have the drives in, so couldn't do much there. All right. Tapped in for a bit. Now you've heard about 4G and 5. I mean, we horrified with 4G, and then when 5G came along, suddenly 4G was okay. Isn't that crazy? I'd rather have a 4G phone. Anyway, it's all terrible. And now there is 6G. And I was reading a little bit about 6G, and 6G is very, very different from 4G to 5G just meaning you would have more bandwidth and it'd be faster, and like it's just basically that, right? And they put AI as an app on it, right? So AI is just an app on 5G. Well, apparently with 6G, and I'm still trying to get my mind around this, AI is built into the whole protocol. So, like the network fixes itself. It recognizes things. I'm still trying to figure it out, but 6G is a completely different animal from 5G and 4G. Not sure I want anything to do with any of it, but whatever. I mean, it's coming. Might as well know about it, right? Yeah, I'm just trying to get my mind around that. Hey, you guys, you're coming with me, huh? Yeah, okay. Yeah, oh, you are the sweetest little things. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I had a very dear friend from way back when I was living in Texas, neighbor. Good woman, just solid woman, worked hard, had a small business. And over the years, she fell in love with somebody online. And this person is named Sherry or something like that, is supposedly some kind of gospel singer or something. Anyway, and my friend fell in love with this person. Supposedly, it's a person. I'm pretty sure it's not. And she's basically been scammed out of her whole life savings. I don't know, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. I mean, she was a very saved a lot. All of it's gone now. All of it's gone. And now that Sherry supposedly can't get out, there's no more money left. Sherry has said, well, we're gonna cut off a relationship. It was never. They never had a Zoom call. She never met her in person. My friend lives in Texas. Supposedly Sherry lived in Texas. They never met up. It just mystifies me how my friend could have been so duped. I don't know, maybe she just really wanted love. And anyway, so now she's kind of losing stuff. She lives in Bastrop and wanted to go into Austin for something and went in, and then couldn't find her way home. It took her a long time to get home. I mean, just like that, right? So she's mostly clear and cognizant, but not totally, and she's recognizing she needs help. So fortunately, I think she has a grandson that is probably going to take care of her, and my heart just goes out to her. So while she's in that transition, I'm like, what can I do to help her? And so we made a plan on the phone. She was actually so grateful. I called her Christmas Eve, and she was so grateful I called, because none of her friends will talk to her anymore, probably because they're so heartbroken over the scam that she's been involved with, and you can't say anything to her. She actually still believes that Sherry is okay, and she doesn't know she's been scammed. God help us, right? Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'd heard like the North Korean army is totally funded by scams like this. It would not surprise me. I think we all really need to be on guard for more and more scams. You guys are just so cute. More and more. Oh, you're a different one. Where did you come from? You're a different one. Oh, you got to help. You might be the one that you need a stick for. Uh-oh. I still wonder, there's a horse with his butt up against the wall. I wonder what that's about. Interesting. Hey. Back down. You get back. Damn. I still haven't bought anything or carried a stick. I gotta start doing that. Marjory, how many times are you gonna have problems with dogs before you start doing something about it? Good. Did you run over that one? Thank you. Now these are the friendly ones, and that one's the not friendly one. I haven't seen the not friendly one before. All right. So anyway, it's dangerous. It's real. It's dangerous. The world is really changing rapidly, and with AI and all kinds of psychological manipulation and building profiles on you, so knowing what you like and what you don't like and where your vulnerabilities are, especially emotionally. Gird your loins. All right. So, so it's near the end of the year, and something that I really love to do this time of year is reflect back on the year. And I have a little thing every day, not most days anyway, where I kind of write down what it is I want to achieve that day, and then I check off if I did it or not, and write down notes. And I love to go through those notebooks and really look at, what did I do? And then also try to set aside some big, what do I want to do next year? What are some things? So I really encourage you to do that. It's really good to reflect on your life. What is it? The unexamined life is not worth living. So, really recommend it. And one thing I've decided I'm going to try. So remember, I've tried LexisNexis. I think they have this gigantic report on you, and I've heard about it. I've seen people on YouTube talking about it. Like for my life, it would be 80 or 100 pages of every place you've ever lived, every phone number you've ever had, every public record about you, and God knows what else. Everybody who's gotten the report says it takes a couple of days. You're going to have to sit down and then deal with a bunch of emotions on the fact that this has been accumulated about you. And I've tried to get my report. I've done their online email thing, and I've done the mail-in request thing, and my whole attitude for all of that has been, what do these fuckers know about me? Right? And now I'm thinking I'm going to shift my attitude to, I would really like this report to review my life at this point in time. It would be so great to have that whole history of my whole life, or a lot of it, whatever they know, laid out for me. And, as you get older, you tend to want to look at how much time do I have left, and what am I going to do with that? What kind of difference am I going to make? How am I going to enjoy myself? Health, all the things, right? So I think I'm going to call them up, actually, tomorrow, and I'm going to come from the attitude of, I really appreciate that they've got all this data, because I'm in this process of reviewing my life. And I think that it would be very beneficial to have this report. So that's a totally different company from, what do you bastards know about that? Hey guys, I'm glad you stay in there. You stay in there, I'll stay out here. We're all good. I really do have to get that stick or that zapper or bear spray or whatever. It'd be so fun. I spray bear spray on them, and you get to see that on video. Okay. Anyway, we're really recommending, if you want a little bit of stimulus, here's what I recommend. I roughly divide my life into 5 purposes and focus that I tend to, when I'm looking at a day or a week or a year, these are the 5 categories of things that I want to look at. And the number 1 is spiritual. So what books did I read? What meditation practices? What practices have I done to really help me? And this is getting so much more important than it ever was. Is getting through the next year is going to be insane. What have I done to improve my spiritual life? The second is my health, right? If you don't have health, you ain't got nothing. That's your biggest asset. So what have I done? Diet, exercise, nutrition, emotional, retail therapy. How much retail therapy have you engaged in? I love it. So, and the other one is family. Have I been staying in touch with brothers and sisters and hanging out with my kids and, just family. What have I been doing we had a family reunion this year. Definitely was a priority to go attend that, What have I done? And then the other is community. What have I been doing in my community? Planting seed swap parties, hosting, and workshops, and even simple things like the farmers market. They really struggle in the summertime, so I go there and buy as much. I always buy as much as I can there, but especially in the summertime, I'm making sure I get there because the producers need the income. So, what kind of things are you doing in your community? And then the final one is work. What have you done? What was your work this year? And even if you're retired, what is it that you've been doing? And so how has that been meaningful work? Has that been helpful? So those are 5 categories I've loosely put things into and reflect on. And I really, really recommend you reflect on it and take a look at your life. And none of us are getting any younger. What kind of a difference can you make? What can I do? What difference have you made this year, and what kind of a difference can you make next year? Because really, at the end of the day, that's about what it's all about. Like my friend who's losing her mind, and she's been scammed. The main reason she has any resources is her grandson. She helped him out when he was a lot younger, a lot, and that's the main reason he's willing to take her in and help her now. So those kind of things are important. Oh, so another group of you guys. Oh my God, it's a different pack of dogs. Hi, dogs. How are you doing? Yeah, woof, woof. Okay. Woof, woof, woof. All right. Well, you guys, I'm going to deal with these dogs. And, yeah. You cut off your chain. I hear the chain. Somebody's dragging a chain. Damn, dog packs. I think that's going to be a bigger and bigger issue for everybody going forward. All right. Hey, I'm going to probably do another one after the beginning of the year. Oh, yeah. Man, they got some great fireworks happening around here. It is amazing. Get up on my roof and watch it at night. Yeah, you're the one who was off your chain. Yeah, look at you. Anyway, yeah, I hope you had a fabulous Christmas, and I hope that's not too politically incorrect. And, stay safe during New Year's. And for me, I like to enjoy it and reflect, maybe have a quiet dinner with friends. I'm not much into partying anymore. But we'll talk to you later. And I'm going to be doing a lot more. So we'll talk to you soon.